90,000 people will be out there talking about it. These guys don't talk. I'm promoting the fight.
Is that fight happening in Vegas still?
I'll let you guys know when it's time to let you know.
Regarding this TKO boxing thing, it did seem kind of interesting because I know that there was the Netflix upfronts, and I believe there were rumors that perhaps something was going to happen there with this Canelo and Crawford event. And Turkey was pretty big on making it clear that you would be the head promoter, and then he did say actually you were going to be head promoter, and they didn't have a broadcaster, and then it was actually Cella's going to promote it, and it's going to be DAZN pay-per-view, Ring Magazine, all of that stuff.
What happens when boxing's slickest tactician stands across from Mexico's pound-for-pound king? You get one of the most shocking moments in modern fight history. At the official press conference for Canelo Alvarez vs. Terence "Bud" Crawford, it wasn't just a stare down. It was a shockwave that flipped the narrative and sent every major outlet racing for a headline.
It's their levels and their stars and superstars. Okay, and they made the championship, not the championship made them.
This wasn't just a press conference, it was a statement, a warning, a mind game. And guess what? Terence Crawford won that round. So, what exactly happened? The event kicked off in Vegas, staged like a Super Bowl for fists, and while everyone expected the usual respectful trash talk and predictable "I'm ready" quotes.
Yeah, true, yeah, of course. No, not YouTuber fight.
Huh?
Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah, of course.
They need to talk and talk about the fight because they want to sell something. The people know we are great fighters. We want to put a great fight.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk.
I am sure in the end in the mid of September we will have one of the greatest fights ever happen in boxing, and I am sure. I am sure.
Yeah. And fist up. Starts good. Excellent. Great. Excellent. Wonderful.
But Crawford came locked and loaded. While Canelo kept his cool, Crawford cranked up the intensity, grabbing the mic and delivering a cold, calculated message that left Canelo tense and the crowd stunned. "You're in your prime, I'm in mine, but I'm smarter, stronger, and I've never tasted defeat." Canelo didn't flinch, but the world did. And what makes this fight even crazier? It's no longer just boxing, it's Netflix meets DAZN meets UFC meets Saudi Arabia level crossover madness. Even Turkey's backing it, Dana White's officially involved, and the money behind it is massive. But here's why this fight isn't just historic, it's dangerous.
Tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence "Bud" Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, "Can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life." And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago. Because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Canelo Alvarez is 34, coming off a dominant win over William Skull, and holds all 4 super middleweight titles.
He boxed a little bit too much, defensive-minded a little bit too much. Right hand to the body there from Canelo. Ultra elusive, if you want to call it that, in Arislanda Lara. Right hand.
Crawford is an undefeated 4-division world champion, 37 years old, but still has that sharp timing and Omaha-born grit. But here's the wild part, Crawford is moving up 2 weight classes to make this fight happen. That's not a jump, that's a leap off the boxing cliff.
No, I'm saying at once. Right. I'm saying I started at 135. I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147, to go up 160.
Right,
yeah.
right. One jump.
Yeah, one jump.
It's a big jump too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
People forget Bud Crawford started at lightweight. He's been gradually climbing and conquering, but super middleweight, that's Canelo's playground. And the weight advantage isn't just about size, it could mean more power, durability, and ring control. But if you thought Bud was scared, oh no, he's hunting.
Every time I see him, he'll come and be like,
You know, yeah, you know how Philip do it too, yeah.
I be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at it, like okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time it started hitting me like, all right, man, maybe he on to something. You know, then I started sizing him up, and I'm like, all right, well, Canelo 5'7", you know, my arm's longer.
Yeah.
He's strong, I'm strong.
Right.
You know, to me, skill for skill.
Right.
You know, because Canelo not the biggest 168 fighter. So I just started looking at...
Now let's talk about the press conference shock. Most people thought Crawford would play it cool, maybe even hold back given the major disadvantage he faces in this bout. But no, he went full assassin mode, pulling receipts, calling out Canelo for ducking him for years, and even mocking his last few opponents.
You know, big dudes all my...
Because they underestimate your bud.
It's just, even if they didn't, I'm going to beat you up. You know, I can fight.
Right.
You know, so if you watch, like, all these dudes bigger than me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't care. But I'm going to find a way to win, no matter what.
In September, are you going to pull this? I shook up the world. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you.
Definitely. That's definitely going to be, you know what I mean, one of the moments, you know. I need the doubters to fuel me. What you think he'll do if he go up 2 more weight classes? I need that, you know, because that's going to make me more focused and turn into a different animal. So I need the people to say, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or...
Canelo didn't respond with words, but his eyes, yeah, those said enough. Thing is, we've seen this before. Remember when Billy Joe Saunders tried to rattle him? Or when Caleb Plant got in his face? Every time someone played mind games, Canelo shut them up with body shots and highlight reel knockouts. But Crawford isn't them. He's smarter, sharper, meaner.
I feel like I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always have respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too.
And let's not act like Terence Crawford just popped up out of nowhere for this fight. He's been calling out Canelo for years. This isn't new. Even when everyone said it was impossible, too small, too risky, Canelo doesn't need him, Bud stayed locked in. He never hesitated, never played shy.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass. Like
yes,
that.
man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Masvidal.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stone. It's about now.
While Canelo was out here brushing him off, saying he had nothing to prove with Crawford and would only consider it if the bag made sense, Bud was already shadowboxing that man in his mind.
Bud Crawford, just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
You know, everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And you know, like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2, 3 weights plus less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we...
Every interview, every post-fight mic grab, Crawford's made it clear this isn't about chasing a check, it's about legacy. He's stepping up 2 weight classes not for clout, but because he genuinely wants to fight the best. And that mindset? That's dangerous. He's coming in with full confidence, full power, and full-on, I told y'all I was built different energy. The underdog label doesn't faze him, it fuels him.
Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's a weight class for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happens.
Yeah.
But not everyone's buying into the Crawford hype. Boxing legend Shane Mosley recently came out swinging, saying Bud's heart might be bigger than his frame, and that could be a problem. He warned that if Crawford stays in the pocket with Canelo, he's done, he's not built for that weight. And honestly, he's got a point. Because while Crawford looked beefed up at the presser, let's be real, size matters at 168, and Canelo's built like a tank. Now here's the plot twist, this fight isn't just about belts. It's about pound-for-pound supremacy, legacy, and ego. Canelo's been the top dog for years, but if Bud Crawford beats him, he becomes the undisputed greatest of this generation, no debate. And Crawford knows it. That's why he's risking everything, the weight jump, the power difference, the critics. He wants GOAT status.
To a point, how long ago was it for yourself when you realised that the Canelo Alvarez fight is a possibility for you?
Just you know what I mean? Looking over the landscape of boxing and the opportunities and the accomplishments that Canelo had, and you know, sizing them up and things like that. I know we ain't never been in the ring before, but you know, it's a great opportunity for me in my career.
And that idea of yourself of chasing greatness, inside, how much does that excite you over that, with it all together, that idea of chasing greatness? It's always something you've done, to do that sort of stepping up in weights. How much is that an exciting proposition for you?
Oh, it's very exciting. It's like throwing gasoline on a bucket of fire. You know, I'm very competitive, and I'm looking to be competitive in a fight.
He already silenced the doubters at 147. When Spence was hyped to stop him, Crawford turned him into a meme. That wasn't just a win, it was domination that stamped his name on the map. Now, he wants to do the same to Canelo, but at 168, and that's a whole different ball game.
I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, he needs to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserves it. He deserves it. I like Spence, but you know, I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
And let's not sleep on the business side. With Dana White involved, this is shaping up to be the most spectacle-heavy boxing match in years. Think lights, fireworks, walkouts that feel like WrestleMania. Add in the global Netflix stream, and boxing is back in the mainstream spotlight. That three-city media tour, Saudi Arabia, New York City, and Vegas, proves this isn't just a fight, it's an event. And if we're being honest, this is where Crawford thrives, the underdog they doubted, the guy people bet against because of size. But remember, skills pay the bills. And Crawford's got the cleanest timing, nastiest counters, and meanest switch hit footwork in the game. Let's talk skills, because Crawford isn't just slick, he's surgical. We're talking elite footwork, seamless stance switching from orthodox to southpaw, and a razor-sharp ring IQ that lets him download opponents mid-fight like he's got AI in his gloves. His timing is impeccable. He can counter off the back foot, walk you down with pressure, or bait you with feints before unleashing that sniper-like straight left. His punch placement is textbook. He doesn't just hit hard, he hits smart. And defensively, his head movement and ability to roll with shots make him a nightmare to pin down. Crawford's not coming to survive at 168, he's coming to outbox the bigger guy, and he's got the skill set to do it. Funny enough, when Canelo fought Mayweather, he was the young lion, full of power but lacking polish. Now, the roles are reversed. Crawford's coming in with the mind of a killer, the patience of a surgeon, and if Canelo thinks this is just another power puncher, he's in for a rude awakening. That's what's got the boxing world split. On one side, you've got the Canelo loyalists saying, this is an easy dub for the Mexican king. They're pointing to the weight gap, the power difference, the experience at 168, Crawford's too small, they say. This ain't 147.
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel...
Of course, yeah. I like Terence. I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh, and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and, you know, but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. I know he can win for sure. But Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
But then you've got the Bud believers, hardcore fans and analysts saying, nah, Crawford is pound for pound #1 for a reason. They argue that skills beat size, and Bud's IQ, speed, and adaptability make him the real threat. This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of eras, styles, and legacies. And after that press conference, let's just say Bud is already up 1-0 in the psychological warfare. Some fans believe Crawford's been training for Canelo for over a year, bulking up in silence while calling him out online. Others say Canelo only took the fight because pressure from Turkey and Netflix made it too big to duck. Either way, it's happening, September 13th, Allegiant Stadium. No more running.
William who?
Oscar being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, hashtag Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, this is the truth again.
So now the question is, who's really ready? Will Canelo's experience, size, and pressure be too much? Or will Crawford's speed, IQ, and insane accuracy be enough to pull off one of the biggest upsets in modern boxing? One thing's for sure, after what went down at the press conference, this isn't just hype. This is war. Drop your thoughts in the comments, who you got? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video.